Hello everyone, this is Automate Sheet and my name is Lokesh and thanks for coming here. So friends, today we are going to see that how to extract the prefix, first name, middle name and last name from the text or from the string. So let's start the video. So here we will see the different scenarios and different examples. So in our first example we have the first name and the last name only. So we are going to use the find function. Basically it finds anything between the text. Here we are going to find the space between the text. So it is showing you the position of the space, and it is the 6th position here. So if you want to extract the first name, you just need to -1 because this is the space. So we are just going to -1, and here we just apply the left function and select our text and pass this argument here, the 5. So you can see that it is extracting the first name. If you want to put them in a single cell, you just need to copy this formula and paste here, and the find function you just need to copy it and replace instead of this cell reference. So now this is the single cell formula and you can extract the first name. So now I'm going to extract the last name. First I use the find function and the space. Now I know that the space has the 6th position. Now I'm going to count the number of characters. I use the len function here. If I minus from total len and from the position of the space, I'll get how many characters are there after the space. So there are 4 characters. So I can simply use the right function, and select my text, then number of characters. So I'll get this thing. This is my last name. If I want to again write in single cell, I can just copy paste this formula here, and I can copy this, now I can put it here. So it works. Now I'm going to use the mid function to extract the last name. So I'm again going to use the find the space. Now it is showing me the position of the space, but in the mid function I need this the first alphabet of after the space. So what I am going to do, I am just going to add 1 into this. Now I have this 7. So simply I can write this way, mid, then select my text, start from here, and number of characters I have this. So again, if I want to put in a single cell formula, I can just change some of the references like this way. Now this is the single cell formula. So now we are going to see the second scenario, and here we have the first name, mid name and the last name. To finding the first name, the process is exactly same. There is no change. We have already seen in the previous example. For the mid, we need to find the first position of the space and the second position of space. So here we are going to find the first position of space, and using the find function, it is exactly same. Now you know that we need to start from the first alphabet after the space, so we are just going to add 1 into it. And now we are again using the find function same way, and it is going to show us the 6. So if we see there is one more parameter, we can pass the start number. If we give the previous find value here, you will see it is going to show us the second space value here. So now we have the first space value and the second space value. We can subtract the second space value, first space value from the second space value. Now we have number of characters here. So now we have all the parameters. We can pass into mid function. We can select the text, start from here, and the number of characters here. So we have the result. If you want to again make single cell formula, you can use it this way. This is the find function. You can put it here. Okay, now you are minus, you can take from here and put here. This is showing you the incorrect result because actually there should be a parenthesis, the brackets here. Copy this, number of characters are there, I start from here. So this is the formula we can use here. So now we are going to find the last name. So we already have the second space value. We can copy here and put it here. So now we have the second space value. We can get the length of the total test here. It is 14. So you can now simply minus total length and the second space the same way we did in the first example. So now we have the 4. You can simply apply the right function here, select this way. If you increase it, you will see that it will automatically change. So there is no impact of changing the test here. So our formula is working correctly. You can also extract the last name using the mid function, and it works the same way. This is the second space value. Again I am typing here. So now I apply the mid function, select my test. So this is the portion of the space. I'm just going to add 1 into it. So it will start from the next alphabet after the space. And number of character. So this number of character basically should be 4, but if it is more than 4, it will also work in the same way. There is no issue in that. So we just put the len function here and select the entire test. It should not be less than, but it can be greater than. So you can see that. So if we type anything else, you will see that. So it is working correctly. There is no issue in our formula. So this is the way we can extract the last name as well. So now moving on the third scenario, we have the first name, mid name, and the last name, and we are going to extract the mid name here. So we need to find the first space here, then the fourth space here. So this fourth space is also our last space here in this text. And if we use the same technique using the find function and then the space value and then again finding the second space value and just adding the previous find value here +1, and if I copy this and here I just change this one this way. So but it doesn't work for this particular scenario, and the reason is behind this because if I'm going to add here something, it's not dynamic because I'm not getting the space value of the last space. Basically this one, it is only counting till here, and if I remove there, you will see it is going to show us some error. So this is not the correct method for doing this. So now we are going to see some new technique to find how to find the last space value in our string. So here I just need the first space value here, and I'm again going to add some. Now we are going to find out the last space value. So first is the len function I'm going to use here. I know that the len of this the number of character in this particular string are 22. Now I use the substitute function and select the test again and just convert spaces into non-spaces. Now we'll see it look like this way, and I get the len here of this particular test, and if I minus from the len and this len, I get to know that there are total number of 4 spaces in my string. For if I add here another mid, you will see that it turn out into 5. So that's why we use this function here. Now I'm going to use the substitute function again, select the test again, and my old test are space here. I want to convert them into the other sign, but here we have the another parameter which is optional instance number. So if I pass this parameter here, the 4, you will see that it is only converting the last space into the @. So now I can use the find function and find the @ in my test, and I can get the value of my last space here. So now I have the last space value and this is my first space value. Now I need to remove this particular test because this 18 is including this as well. So now I'm going to find the first space value this way, and if I minus this way, now I know there are 12 number of character after the first space till the last space. So now I can simply write the mid function, mid, select this test and start from here and extract 12 number of characters here. So now you can see, and if I'm going to add something here in between, the same way it will work. And if I want to just make single cell formula here, I just need to copy paste again. Okay, now this is the first cell reference, replace it here. Okay. Now this is the second cell reference, D14. So copy this formula and change here, copy this formula, change here. Now copy this formula here and see that it has been used here. Now copy this formula here, now it has been used here. Okay, now this formula is D22, so this is D22, this is find function. So before applying this, please put the bracket so that it can work same way. Now copy this formula, change it here, now it works. So this is the single cell formula here. So now I'm going to extract the last name, and it's quite easy. We have already taken the last space value here. I just give the reference, take out the len again, and there is some changes in the test this way. Okay, now I'm going to minus the total len into the space value. I got the 4 and just apply the right function here and give the reference of 4. Now you have the last name here. So if you add something, you will see it will have the change. So this formula is working correctly. So there is a function in the Excel test to column. We can also use some formulas to achieve the same kind of result. So here I'm going to show you that you just need to apply the mid formula here and then the substitute here, and then connect the space with your string and lock this string here and change the space into with repeat function and give the repeat function 100 times. Now here you need to give this column reference of first column. I'll give the A1 and just multiply into 100, and then how many character you want to extract is 100. Then apply the trim function here. This is done. So if you are going to change something here, you will see that it is removing and it is working as a text into column. So this formula you can use it as well instead of text to column. So now we are going to see that how to extract the prefix. So we can extract the prefix from your text as same way we can extract the first name, but here the problem is that we don't know whether we have the prefix in our text or not. So now first you need to create a unique list of all your prefix here. I have created there. Now I'm going to use the find function, give the list of the prefix here, select my test here, and then apply the is number to check whether it is returning the error or not, and after that I can sum up if there is some numbers. This way I extend this formula. So if you see the 0 there, it means there is no prefix. If it is more than 0, then greater than 0, then it is prefix. So I apply the if condition, and if it is greater than 0, that it has prefix, otherwise no prefix. So this way you can apply your formula based on the condition, whether it has the first name or it has the prefix. So friends, now I have combined all the formulas and function into this table here. So if I add something here, it will work like this way. It is pretty dynamic. If I add the mid name again, it will show you the mid name here. So you can see the formula and you can check the formula how it is working. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe my channel and like this video. If you have any query, suggestion or feedback, please write in the comment box. Thank you.